Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Kevin with Yerkit Racing. We're back in the garage again today for another one. We got the short block coming together. A couple videos ago we had the crank, we put that in, got our main bearings where we wanted them, clearance wise, and set the thrust. Now, last video we gapped the rings, got those where we wanted them. Ended up with 30 thousandths on the top, 32 on the second, and we just made sure the oil rings had 15 thousandths on all of them at least. So everything's good to go there. We're waiting on one piston to come in Tuesday. It's Sunday now, so it's a couple days out. One of the pistons ended up having a small crack in it. If you look back at some of the older videos where we discussed what happened with the engine to start with, there was a quarter 20 bolt that got in the intake manifold somehow. We thought that it didn't really do any damage. The piston actually kind of looked good unless you're really looking at it. After I started putting the rings on, I noticed it was kind of snug on that top ring land, and turns out that quarter 20 bolt had actually squished it just a hair. The engine didn't run with it in the cylinder, so it didn't beat up a whole bunch of stuff, but it did actually end up pushing it down, and there was a hairline crack that you could barely see, but after you really stared at it hard, you could find it. So anyway, we got a new one of those coming, and we're getting ready to jump in now. We're going to throw the rods in it with the pistons, and we're going to see if the bearing gap is right on that. As long as our clearances are right there, we'll be ready to button that up for the last time, and then we just got to throw the cam in, time and set, oil pump and the oil pan, and we should be pretty close to a pretty good short block there. We got to throw the rear seal in it at some point, but that'll be a little bit later on. So anyway, we're rolling along with it, guys. I appreciate you following along. If you haven't already done so, take a second to subscribe down below, and if you're enjoying the video, give us a thumbs up, and we're going to jump right in. Alright guys, so we put these two little sleeves, I pulled off the end of some pliers just to protect it. You can buy the thing separate, made to do it, but it's the same deal. So then we're going to put our bearing down in the rod, in the big end, and we're going to install it dry to start with. Make sure our clearance is where we want it. We're going to use some plastic gauge to check it. But first thing we want to do is get the throw of the crank down to the bottom on whichever hole you're going to go into. We're going to make sure the orientation of our rings is correct. Again, we've already gapped these rings and made sure they're where we want them. Now we're going to slip this into a ring compressor so we can get it in there. Give me a second while I get it set up. Alright, we're going to take and we're going to oil down the inside of the compressor here. Want it to be able to move through it pretty easy. Alright, so we got a good film on that. Set that right there. I'll put some lube on the outside of these pistons itself. Double check my orientation one more time. Alright, everything looks pretty good. Alright, so we'll get that up around it. Got everything looking pretty good there. Go ahead and tighten it down. Alright guys, so we're going to check one more time for the orientation on these rings, just to make sure anything hasn't moved. Looking pretty good there. Throw that over it. See, back out, back out. Alright, so we look pretty good. Take that. Hold it. Look for the arrow. Like these LT1 pistons have a little arrow. It's probably almost impossible to see on the camera. You see a B and then there's an arrow beside it. Hopefully you can see it. Arrows go to the front, which will give us the correct orientation for the piston. And basically on the bottom side you can confirm it because the two pistons will ride together on this flat side, and then this side always goes towards the crank. It's got like a little bevel notch to go around the edge of the crank there. So anyway, we're going to drop that down in the hole, being careful to not scratch up the walls. Alright, so we got that in. Now we just got to push our piston down into place. I might have to take the back end of this mallet and kind of tap it down in there. We'll grab the rods on the bottom side and kind of guide them through. So next night, I came back out in the shop, kind of had a big whoops yesterday. Unfortunately, went to put in the number 2 piston, and one of the oil rings somehow or another got turned inside the cylinder bore. I'm sure it's something that I didn't quite have it lined up just right, or whatever. For whatever reason it did it, and it actually kind of dug into the cylinder wall just a hair, and it put a pretty bad scuff mark coming back up out of the cylinder where it kind of wanted to try to hang up. Unfortunately, there was nothing I could really do other than just knock it back up through there. So anyway, pretty bummed out yesterday. Had some time to kind of think about what I want to try to do with it. I'm going to just run this hone through it a couple of times and see. I think it's not very deep, I don't think. I ran the dial bore gauge down in it, and it really doesn't seem to be too deep. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I won't have to pull much out of it. It's not going to take a whole lot to come out of this cylinder before it's going to kind of be past the point of needing to go to bigger pistons in it. So anyway, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to throw you guys up here and let you kind of see what I'm talking about. And fingers crossed, man, this thing will work out for us, because I'm really not trying to go back into the process of getting bigger pistons, a different rotating assembly and all that, because I don't think it's worth it to balance new pistons to this crank and rod set. So not for what we're trying to do. At that point, we'll just jump up to something different. But for now, we're going to try to hone it. Hopefully it'll work.
Alright guys, so never really made a proper outro to this video. The night that we had the accident happen with the cylinder walls, obviously I was pretty disappointed. Needed a minute just to clear my mind and kind of put it to the side for a second. So cut off all the lights, shut it down, went inside. Like I said, we came back out the next night, got started on the horn, and I'm going to make a separate video for next week on that probably, with the whole process of getting the scratches and everything out of the cylinder bore. It took quite a bit of work, a lot of time, but we were able to make it work. So that'll be in the next one. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you following along with the videos and the build. If you haven't already done so, please take a second to subscribe. If you like this video, give us a like down below. All those things really help the channel quite a bit, and we definitely appreciate you for it. Until next time, guys, we'll see you.